Hi guys, this is Crafty Mom, and we're gonna do a makeup tutorial for you today. It's called the Passion Pink Eye Look or makeup tutorial. We're gonna get started by moisturizing our face with this Gold Bond Daily Face Radiance Renewal Daily Face Moisturizer. It's a lightweight moisturizer, so if you have oily skin, it works well. Sorry if I'm looking down in the camera, but my mirror is right below me, so I will look into that periodically. It's not that I'm not looking at the camera, I just need to see what I'm doing. I will be using the No Problem Primer. I like this one because it fills my pores and it looks amazing underneath any makeup, and it makes it last a long time. And the makeup I will be using is the CoverGirl True Blend, and my shade is number 2 currently. I range anywhere from a number 2 to a number 4, depending on how dark my skin is. But today we are using number 2. And I'm using a flat kabuki brush. This is just from Jessup. I got it off of eBay, I believe, a while ago. It's one of my favorite brushes to use to apply foundation. It's pretty dense, doesn't absorb much of the product, and it spreads it out pretty well. Now I like to go over with my foundation with a damp beauty blender just to kind of absorb any excess foundation that I might have. You don't have to do this step. Brushes work fine, but it also smooths out any brush strokes that you might have or streaks that might be in the foundation. So now I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser under my eyes. I like this one a lot because it gets rid of all those dark circles that I have, as you can see. And it also really brightens it up under there. And a tube of this lasts me a really long time. And I use a flat kabuki brush from Jessup, just a little one, for buffing out under the eye and setting. And again, I go over this with my beauty blender to just kind of even out any brush strokes that might be in there and to absorb any of the extra. And I apply a little extra just because last night I didn't sleep so great and my eyes are really dark today. Then I use the Cover FX Perfector palette. And I like using the finishing powder, and this is a Luxie brush. And just to set my under eyes with. It's just a really nice setting powder. I mean, it looks like there's some glitter in it, but you don't really see it when it's on your face. Just kind of setting around my nose and my lips and a little bit on my forehead to keep the foundation from creasing. Now to do my brows, I'm using a Salon Perfect brow quad with the little brush that comes with it. Now I'm not perfect at doing my brows, so if I'm still learning, I up until recently haven't needed to do my brows. My brows have always been really dark and really bushy, so all I've needed to do is just kind of comb through them. But as I've gotten older, they have kind of gotten thinner and lighter, so bear with me. I'm still learning how to do this. Obviously, that's why this channel is for beginners, so we can all learn together. If you have any comments on how to do brows better than what I'm doing here, leave it in the comment section. But I don't think they turned out too bad, considering I've only done my brows a handful of times. And I really like this quad. It's got a dark color, a light color, and like a gray color and a medium brown color, which is the color I'm using. And then it's got a highlight color, which is pretty cool. I didn't actually use the highlight color today though. I used something else for my highlight, but it actually is really cool that they have all of those in there. And I got that in a Walmart box, which if you want me to discuss my Walmart boxes, give me a thumbs up to let me know, or comment down below, and I would be happy to go over those. I just don't go over them because they're not something you get monthly. You only get them it's seasonally, so let me know if you want to know about those. Now I'm taking a flat concealer brush, and I'm going to apply concealer, which is what I use for my eyeshadow primer. I'm applying concealer underneath my eyebrows just to kind of clean them up a little bit, and then I'm going to apply that to my eyelids for an eye primer. And it's just that Maybelline concealer that I used underneath my eyes. So And here I go with the concealer on my eyelids. I put it on with the concealer brush, and then I blend it out with that, I believe it's the kabuki brush the little kabuki brush that I used to blend out underneath my eyes. This is the best way I've found to do for an eyeshadow primer. I've tried many and haven't really cared for them. And so I just use concealer. I like that the best. I feel like that holds my eyeshadow the best. So, and gives me a blank canvas to work with. I love these little kabuki brushes. They work so well. They blend quite nicely, and they're just little and they fit right where you need them to. I'm gonna zoom in closer so you can see when I do my eyeshadow. This is not the most flattering of positions, but bear with me. I will be using the Pure Festival palette that we got in a BoxyCharm. If you watched any of my BoxyCharm videos, you'll know that that's what we got. And it's a great view of my ear. And I'm using it's an Ipsy brush that they collabed with Tetris with, and that's the one I got, or one I'm using, is just the blending brush, and I'm taking that lighter brown color and putting it all over in my crease. Just as a transition color. Now I have hooded eyes, so I go just above my natural crease a little bit so you can see the color a little more when my eye is open. I read somewhere that's what you're supposed to do with hooded eyes, and I've just adapted that into my eyeshadow routine, and I kind of like it. Otherwise you wouldn't see that transition color at all. I'm gonna take this purple color and go into the outer corner with a Vasanti little brush. Just a little blending brush. I like this little one, it's just perfect for my eyelids. And to get into like quite the little precise area. I really do enjoy this purple. It's a very pretty purple. I'm going to take that into the crease. I placed the purple about 1/3 of the way over and into the crease a little bit. That was my trying to see with my eyes closed look. I enjoy purples a lot with brown eyes because I feel like it makes your brown eye pop. Taking this dark brown and just deepening up that outer crease or the outer corner a little bit just to give it some dimension. Again with that same Vasanti brush that I put the purple in with. Now I'm taking some more purple and putting it into the crease again. And just really blending it quite nicely. Now I'm looking for another brush. Apparently I have lost my brushes. I'm taking a big brush from I can't think of the place that this brush comes from. but it's just a big fluffy brush that's clean to kind of blend things out. This is a Coastal Scents eyeshadow brush, and I'm going into the pink. And just putting that right in the center of my eyelid. I want this pink kind of dark so that it shows up pretty nicely. Then I'm taking that same fluffy brush again and just kind of blending out those edges so they're not so rough. And again, there's nothing on that brush. There's just a fluffy brush that I use to blend things out. Now I'm taking that Vasanti brush again and going back into the purple and just deepening up that outer V again. Now I'm taking another fluffy brush and going into the champagne color at the top and just putting that in the outer corner, the inner corner, sorry, not outer corner, wrong side, inner corner, and blending that towards the pink and the purple. Paying close attention to that crease. I almost want it, the purple and the champagne color to make a halo around the pink. Is what I'm kind of looking for. Then I'm taking my flat concealer brush again. I'm wiping off the concealer onto a napkin I have. And then I'm going into that reddish glitter. I'm going to place this right on top of that pink. I have kind of a hard time using these glitters. This one I feel like was more successful than any other time I've tried to use them. They kind of get all over my face and in places I don't want them to be, but today it worked out okay. Now I'm taking this Vasanti again and going back into I'm using the gold glitter now in that inner corner. Then going back into that silver glitter to just kind of smooth things out. And I felt like it needed something, so I was looking at the palette trying to decide what it needed. And I went into this sparkly kind of orange color and just went right above the crease with that and kind of blended it upwards. And I feel like that kind of tied everything together. It was quite nice. Right in there and just kind of upwards there. I feel like that really brought things together. And I took that fluffy brush again with nothing on it just to blend everything out, to make sure everything was nice and blended. Almost all the way up to the eyebrow with that orangey color, but it's just a light wash of it, so I didn't go in very dark. Then I went into the Cover FX Perfector palette again, and I went with the brightener at the top. With that same concealer brush that had the glitter on it, I wiped all of the glitter and the concealer off and went in with that Perfector as a highlight right underneath my brow bone. Now this is very intense, so you just want to use just a little. And I went in with that clean brush again and just kind of blended it all out. And I think it was a beautiful eye look when I was finished. with that perfector, the brightener. It makes a really great under eye highlight. Went in with liquid, it was called Liquid Kohl eyeliner on the top lash line. This one I've only used a couple of times, but it seems pretty nice. I like how precise the tip is. You can get in there and get a really fine line if you'd like. I am struggling right here because it doesn't really want to go over the glitter very well. So I probably should have used a gel liner for that, but it worked out okay. It just took a little bit of time. And then in the waterline, I used a eyeliner from Pixie, which is currently my favorite water eyeliner, my waterline eyeliner. It's just in black. I need to sharpen it, obviously. And I just used my beauty blender to kind of pull down on my eyelid. And for some reason, I am off camera on this one, and so you do not get to see me applying my eyeliner. Sorry. But I do have to see into my mirror, so I apologize for that. But that's how it looks. I mean, I love it. It's very creamy, goes on very nicely. Then I go into the Pure palette and with that Coastal Scents eyeshadow brush. And I go into the pink. And I'm going to smudge this on the lower lash line. For some reason you cannot see me doing this, but that is what I'm doing. Just smudging it on the lower lash line. Just to kind of tie everything together. I'm sorry I don't do wings very well, so I did not do a wing eyeliner on this one. Taking that Vasanti brush again and going into that orange, shimmery orange color again and just smoking that underneath the pink. To again, tie everything together. And then I'm using the dark brown in the outer corner. And now I'm going to use just an eyelash curler. I'm not even sure where I got it in a Birchbox, I believe. And I'm going to put on these really long eyelashes afterwards. But I'm going to curl my eyelashes and put on mascara first. However, my brain doesn't think about that, so give me a minute and I will realize I have not put on mascara. Now I'm going for the mascara and the eyelash curler. I will do the other eye off camera to save time, This is the Better Than Sex from Too Faced mascara. I really enjoy this mascara. Gives me some length to my lashes when I don't usually have any. But with this look, I will be wearing falsies, so. I am not a pro at putting on false lashes, and these ones are not user-friendly. So, I did drop one, and I did have to stop the camera and look for them. So, we will be back in a second with that eyelash. Yep. There we go. All right, now we're going in with a Coastal Scents. Yeah, we're going in with the Coastal Scents and the Cover FX. It's a Coastal Scents brush. It's a bronzer brush, sorry. And nope, we're gonna change to a Luxie brush to do my bronzer. Yeah, it's just a little bronzing brush. I can't decide what brushes I'm going to use, so yeah, there we go. I never said I was a pro. For some reason, this side, I always have trouble doing my bronzer on. Does anybody else have one side that they just have issues putting any kind of anything on? It's just the one side. I don't know why it doesn't smooth out the way it's supposed to. My eyelashes are really giving me a hard time, but they are massive lashes. Look at these. Now I'm using that bronzer brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm going into this Alamar blush trio, and I'm taking that first blush there, and I'm going to put it on my cheeks. Decided it was easier if I smiled to actually get the blush where I needed to go, but go figure. Now I'm deciding which highlighter I want to use, and I'm using that Luxie brush again, and I'm going into the little brightener and going to put a little bit of that on my cheeks. It's that brightener that I used underneath my eye, and it does give you a intense highlight, and it's not really shimmery either. I mean, it just looks really nice. But I decided that was not enough, so I'm going to go in with, I believe it's the Steve Laurent gel highlighter or jelly highlighter, and I'm just using my finger to apply a little more. Of course, why not? Everybody needs, and I think I got carried away with it on my nose. Everybody needs highlight, right? Nobody can, you know, you never can have too much highlight, except for on your nose. I think that the planets in outer space can see my nose. Taking another Coastal Scents brush and just trying to blend out that, I just noticed that my highlight on my nose was just super intense. Blending it all out. And apparently leaning off screen. And now I'm using a Kula Fix It makeup setting spray. And just spraying my whole face. And it has an intense spray, so it's like you just got hit in the face with a blast of water. And I'm showing you what my eyelashes are doing in the fan. It's too hot not to have a fan here and filming, and I'm using a Ofra liquid lipstick in Versace, I believe is how you say it. It's just kind of a golden color. I thought it was kind of muted for the eye look that we were doing. We did an intense eye look, so I figured we needed a less intense lipstick, and I'm smoothing out some more of that highlight. And that's the final look, guys. Tell me what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.